first exercise we're going to do is called a standing TRX rollout. It's great for your core, and it's also really great for shoulder girdle stability. So think of this exercise as a moving plank. Some of the most common mistakes are losing the nice straight line from your head to your feet by dropping the hips or sticking your butt out during this movement. To make sure that we don't make those mistakes, we're going to grab the handles and walk ourselves out so that we're in a fairly vertical position to begin. I'm going to think about making that nice straight line from my head to my feet and bringing my shoulders back and down away from my ears. From here, I'm going to roll out and return to my starting position. How far out I roll with my hands is not the important part. The important part is maintaining core integrity and shoulder girdle stability. So you can adapt your range of motion to your present level of fitness and get some really great work in your abs at the same time. To make this exercise more challenging, you can walk your feet back and add in a little bit more gravity. Our next exercise is a TRX Lunge. This is a great exercise for our lower body. So to begin, we're going to take a step back and start with what we refer to as a basic lunge. If we're working the front or the right leg, it's going to go in front. We're going to take a nice big step back with our left leg so that both legs are going to come to a nice 90-degree bend when we come down and extend as we come up. So this lunge allows us to use our back leg for some support and balance. And we're just using these handles, again, for a little bit of support. Notice we're not pulling on them too much or relying on them by leaning back into the movement and using them to pull ourselves up. So this exercise is focused largely on the lower body with very little assistance from the straps. To make it more challenging, we're going to lift that back foot up, hover as we come down to that 90-degree bend, and then use those straps again for a little bit of assistance as we come up. Our final TRX exercise is a TRX Pull Up. To perform this exercise, we first need to adjust our handles so that we have a lot more room between the handles and the ground. And then we're going to get down on the ground because we performed this exercise seated. So to begin the TRX Pull Up, we're going to adopt a sitting position directly below the handles. To perform an easier assisted version of the pull-up, we're going to bring our feet on the ground and our knees spread apart so that we create some range of motion in the hip joint. We're going to grab the handles, and remember that this motion is going to be straight up. The most common mistake people make when performing a TRX pull-up is inclining themselves backward and making the movement pattern look more like a TRX row. For this one, we're going to keep those shoulders pointing straight to the ceiling. We're going to depress the shoulders and pull straight up. We can use those feet for a little bit of assistance, pushing ourselves up into the air and controlling that movement on the way down. To make this movement more challenging, we can extend the feet, so we're pulling against more gravity, use those heels as a pivot point, and perform the same vertical action. So that concludes our 3 TRX exercises for today. One important note that the Aztec Recreation staff would like to ask of you is to be careful not to saw the straps on the TRX suspension trainers when you're using them during your workouts. It really helps to save the integrity of these straps if we avoid that action. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Thanks for watching. Remember, TRX exercises are a great way to incorporate multi-directional exercises into your current program, and they're also a great way to work those deep stabilizer muscles that really receive less attention during most workout programs. Hope you enjoyed this TRX video. Tune in again.